Well, this is a review I've been meaning to get to for quite a while. I've done rigorous testing with it at this point. The juice levels dropped quite a bit. Just forgot to get around to it. One of the most popular fragrances ever created in the designer market, only its flanker. Talking about Versace Eros, the Eau de Parfum. Stay tuned. So I do have a tester, so it's a tester box. So nothing extravagant with, being able to show you guys the box. It's just a plain white tester box. Does have a batch code, nothing special. Same thing, I have a tester bottle, which is a full presentation bottle. Medusa head on the front, Versace Eros Eau de Parfum. Same bottle, just stamped for Eau de Parfum instead. And on the side, you have tester Eau de Parfum on both sides, sticker on the bottom, batch code info, Medusa head on top of the cap. Cap holds a little bit, but not too strong. I wouldn't recommend picking it up that way. Nothing on top of the atomizer, and a good atomizer puts out a lot of juice. Let's talk about this scent. So it doesn't go far off the beaten path of Versace Eros Eau de Toilette. This one has a little bit more density to it. It's a little richer and fuller. And there's some ambroxan that's dialed up in this one. In the opening, you're going to get that vanilla mint smell that is the Versace Eros thumbprint. Anytime you smell that bubblegummy vanilla mint type of smell, it's the Eros smell. There's a lot of fragrances that have the Versace Eros smell. And of course, Eros EDP has that smell. Get a little bit of apple. I don't get much lemon and orange or citruses or anything like that. It's mostly in the opening. I get this ambroxan sandalwood combo with the mint and vanilla. Is really kind of what I get throughout. It doesn't change a whole lot. It's relatively linear. Don't really get any leather or anything. It's mostly, like I said, mint and the vanilla's in the background. A little bit of apple. I do get a little bit of apple up top. That adds to it, but that fades over time, and it becomes all about the mint starting to fade with the vanilla coming to the forefront with the sandalwood. I get that creamy, woody vanilla smell. And like I said, the mint hangs out for a long, long time. I mean, that is, like I said, that is what Versace Eros is all about. Doesn't change a whole lot for me. No patchouli, nothing like that. I don't get anything crazy. It's just the ambroxan smell is much more prominent in this one than in the Eau de Toilette. But at the same time, it does help it push a bit more, whereas the EDT used to be a monster in performance. I've passed on it many times over the years. I've test sprayed it over and over and over, and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And when this finally came out, I said, you know what, that might be the one for me. And turns out it is. I'm glad I waited so long and got the EDP. Not that I would have been any less happy with the EDT. I just like the added density and ambroxan to the EDP concentration, and it's definitely a winner in my opinion. It's still what Versace Eros is beloved for, that vanilla mint type of smell, but it's been pushed forward to even more modern than it was already by adding that heavy dose of ambroxan that doesn't add a sharp quality, but it does add the kind of soapy shower gel quality that ambroxan can have. In regards to performance, so I don't know how true it is that they've watered down, as people like to say, the Eau de Toilette, and it doesn't perform as well as it used to, because it's been a while since I've sprayed it. But if the EDT is officially lacking performance these days, the EDP is not. This is every bit of an 8 to 10 hour fragrance and longevity on my skin, and projection is no slouch. Whereas it's not quite as loud as the EDT because it wears a little bit close to the skin because the oil concentration is a little bit more dense. It still puts out, it's still beyond arm's length for about an hour, hour and a half, and then still, a few feet out for another 2 hours or so after that. So projection is on the slightly above average to heavy side for sure. And longevity is in that bordering beast mode territory, 8 to 10 hours. So performance is no slouch. It's absolutely worth having if the EDT is not performing for you the way it used to. If you used to have an older bottle and it was a beast, and then you have a newer bottle and it doesn't quite have the kick that it used to have, which, like I said, I cannot confirm nor deny. I'm just going by what I see a lot of people saying, and a lot of people say to me specifically. If you're looking for Eros with performance and some more density, a little bit more full-bodied and rich, the EDP is definitely the way to go. The performance is there, nothing lacking. Overall, I would say it's not a must buy. It is a must try. If you have the EDT, there's not enough difference here to buy the EDP, in my opinion. If you don't have the EDT, I think the EDP is the way to go. That's my personal opinion. That's the route I went. If you have Eros Flame, not really that redundant. That's a little bit different of a fragrance. I don't have Eros Flame. I have smelled it a few times. That's a lovely fragrance as well. But like I said, must try. It's easy to sample. Anywhere they have Versace Eros EDT, they're most likely going to have the EDP. As far as department stores and places where they have testers available for you to try them out, if they have Versace fragrances, they're most likely to have this one. Must try. Definitely not a pass. A pass if you have a bottle of the EDT. Like I said, I don't think it's different enough to warrant adding this to the collection unless you just want to have it. If you have the EDT, pass on it. If you don't have the EDT, my opinion is get the EDP. Definitely a lovely fragrance. I'm really enjoying having it. I need to wear it even more, to be honest with you, but you can see right here I have dropped the juice level just a little bit, so I have been spraying it quite a bit in the few months that I've had it. I did get this tester from fragrancebuy.ca for those of you wondering. I'm not sure if they still have them because it's been a little while since I bought it, but I think it's a great fragrance nonetheless. All ages, any ages, obviously better geared and suited for the younger man because it's a bit more playful of a DNA, but no reason somebody in their 40s and 50s can't enjoy this one either. If you like the fragrance, you like the fragrance. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings, and until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried the EDP flanker of Eros? Like I said, in my opinion, it's better than the EDT. I just like that density. I like the added ambroxan, the heightened ambroxan note. I think it's a lovely fragrance. I'm glad I held off. Like I said, don't have anything against the EDT. I've always had other fragrances that smell close enough to the EDT. When the EDP came around, I said, you know what? Bet that's going to be the one for me. Blind bought it. Happy I did. Super happy to have a full bottle of it because I think it's some good stuff. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on Eros EDP and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.